Hello, TV Land. It's your boy Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get cracking. Ooh, that popped really well today. Surprising, because I did trim my nails. Oh yes, yes, awesome, awesome, really, really. Well, as much as I think of myself, even I have to admit that's not exactly awesome. That's pleasing to the eye, as I'm sure I am to you. I certainly hope so. Otherwise, why would you be here? Well, possibly for my dulcet baritone. Possibly to watch me make a fool of myself, in which case, hey, I aim to please. Alright, let's minimize while I come up with the banter, the idle chit-chat about how are you all doing today. I really wouldn't consider that idle. I do hope that you're doing well and wonderful on this Sunday afternoon. I actually was going to start recording around lunchtime, but I was still doing some of my media digitization, and I suspected that if I tried to record while I was doing that, I might have been bamboozled by my mic again. Let's double check. Hopefully I'm not being bamboozled right now. Let's take a look outside. Oh yeah, it's a perfect November day. Gray, overcast skies, gloomy and cool. It is great. Oh, what is this? Well, let's go ahead and let's briefly go in. Oh no, let me bring up the browser first and continue the chit chat. Yes, I do love days like this. I should love all days, to be honest, but yeah, you know how I feel about humid days. Yeah, or hot and humid days. Those are very annoying days. Should be thankful for every day that we get, but it's kind of hard to be thankful on those days. At least for me. I'm sure there are some of you out there that actually enjoy that sort of thing. To which I say, what is wrong with you? Nah, I don't say that. Just different strokes for different folks. Yeah. We want this to be like this, and this to be like this. And let's make sure it lines up, because even though I do not have OCD, I don't know, I've never actually been tested for that. I don't think I do. Alright, so back to the code base, what I'm looking at right here. This is actually, so far, what I've been working through on the my Vue stuff, the Vue tutorial. Now, the basic structure of Vue is pretty interesting, actually. So here we define a template. We're not going to spend too much time on this because I'm still going through the tutorial, so but so we've got the template, and my take is this is basically how we were handle the layout of what gets displayed in the Vue component. Basically what we would have in the render method of a React component. And then this looks very very similar to what I do in React with defining the properties, although in React, no, that's just for debugging. So this is much more explicit. So I guess that's kind of cool. And this is how we handle styling. Also much more explicit. Kind of cool. Although we see here it says stylus. The tutorial I'm going through, the author likes stylus for handling their style. Haven't gotten too much deeper into that, so why I would do that over CSS, we shall see. And let's see, app.js, I mean, that's basically where we define the application. So not much different about that. App view. Again, template, the script body. I'm assuming this is actually where we would define like the various functions, because here you can see we're defining the component to import, and that's kind of cool. So yeah, but you want to see if it works? You doubt me and my ability to cut and paste from a tutorial? uh, uh, I understand that when you see such greatness, it's hard to accept with your own eyes sometimes. So view dash beta npm run dev. Yeah, so this is also a little bit of the how it's different with how they have the Webpack configured up. Not the least of which is I don't think there's a clean section set up. So, also, even though it is set up for hot loading, which is good, it doesn't do like my other Webpack configuration does, which is automatically bring it up. So that's kind of. Oh wait, let me see. Maybe that will still bring it up automatically, just in case. No, it doesn't look like it. But it's running at localhost port 8080, as you can see here. So let's go to localhost port 8080, and boom. So we got a hello world thing going on. Isn't that neat? But yeah, that's not what we're going to focus on today. That's still part of my off-camera work, but I just wanted to show you that I am actually doing things off-camera that are sort of productive, sort of bettering myself. I guess the hard part of bettering myself off-camera is simply that I'm so good, it's hard to get better. Especially when it comes to patting myself on the back. So what were we doing? We were, oh yes, we were working on the calendar stuff. So let's go back to that ls cd, that was in my demo. Picking up the pieces because I had 2 days off from working on this. Plus, you know, it's Sunday. Yeah, just ease on back into things, you know? It's, I guess one of the benefits of the fact that I'm not actually doing this for a living just yet. You know, we can kind of take it easy, ease back into things. Oh yeah, you see this plugin? This is what I need to include in another build process, where we clean up the distribution directory, because I was having trouble on the other one with it not actually picking up changes, even though it would hot load. So that's one. And the other thing is, you see how it automatically brought this up? I'm not sure which plugin is doing that. Probably a configuration for Webpack Dev Server, I imagine. Oh yeah, but that's off-camera stuff for now. So it should be loading my demo, right? Ooh, getting close to the end of the current LaCroix I've got opened up. I'll be trying out I'll probably be able to try out my alternates, the Waterloos, sometime today, I think. Alright, calendar. Right. Next. Oh, this was the thing where it was a life cycle. Yeah, see now the events show up. I can fix that. But whatever reason, we're still playing with it. So if that's the case, then let's go ahead and switch to that. Actually, I really don't need to do the switch, because we should be working in AWS. Actually, I should switch to my AWS Lambda. Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? That's what I should do. We'll switch to the Lambda folder. It's under project/API. There we go. This bad boy. Okay, well, let's do that. Let's go ahead and go into Amazon. Actually, let me also stop this. We don't need to run it anymore. Ooh, what's today's date? The 18th? Ooh, I gotta remember to grab my free copy of Destiny 2 for the PC. Hopefully, I will remember in 20 minutes. That's the first thing I need to do as soon as I stop recording. Oh wow, this is something's taking up processing time. Not you, okay. You? You're frozen. You're frozen. Come on. Give me something here. Anything? Something? It's probably this guy. No, he's not processed. Ooh. Also keep an eye on the camera. When something like this happens, this is usually when... Oh, come on, Mr. Firefox. Don't do me like that. Come on, Mr. Terminal. Don't do me like that. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Yeah, you're back. Alright, how about you? Are you back? Yeah, now you're back. Well, surprisingly no bueno. Okay, Amazon. Let me see. Oh yeah. So Thursday we had stopped. It was having an issue, my Lambda, with a key query, and I think I figured it out like 5 minutes after I stopped recording. I may have mentioned that in the Gaming with Joe episode. Actually, I'm pretty certain I did mention that. So that's where we should pick up. The way things are going. Okay, no. I was about to say we might be able to log in by the end of the episode. Well, hopefully this week's going to be pretty quiet. I'm pretty certain this week at work's going to be quiet. Of course, with me starting a new position on the 3rd, or new project, it's not really a new position. My workload's going to be, well, it's been pretty low to begin with, but definitely going to be decreasing even now, even more so. And then with it being Thanksgiving week, you got to certainly expect people focusing on vacations if they're not already taking vacations. So it should be nice and quiet at work. I guess my big focus will be clearing out the office. Actually, I already started that. This new position, new project was pretty much in the bag. It was just a matter of when. But there's definitely going to still be lots of things to do to get myself ready for it. Alright, so when we were looking at Lambda and Dynamo, was there a question about whether or not I had to rework the table again? Possibly. Calendar demo 3 days ago. That's pretty big. Resources. And I could definitely trim down this role. You don't need to have access to MapReduce or S3 or SNS for the data pipeline. Well, I might need at some point. Alright. Where's the change? Okay, there we go. That was the change. Okay, so I had basically had, well, let's look at the table. Tables. Demo calendar. Items. Okay, right. So the way it's structured right now, I had event month index as the primary key, and we had a sort key. Okay, and well, we just needed the sort key just to have a sort key. But the idea was that, for example, we could have multiple events for a month, obviously, and we have multiple months. We got 12 months, right? Um, so my idea was that I could grab all events for this month and months after it. So I was doing basically event month index is greater than or equal to, like in this case, 10, which would be the month of November. So if we run it, test it, where's the output? Error from Lambda, query key condition not supported. That's just like, bleh, that's not good. But then the simple fix was, if we just go for the specific, all events for the specific month, test that, and query success. Here we go. Items, title, manual event, blah, blah, blah. So that's all the data. So basically this first part, this, I guess it's the primary key, the hash key, you can't, well, yeah, you can't do, it has to equal that particular value. So I can either only do a query, if I'm using the event month as the primary key, then I can only get month by month. So that is an interesting choice. So another option is to have a year as the main key, and then have this sort key be the month. So then I could grab all the events for 2018, and then as the month proceeds, I could say, all right, or as the year proceeds, we go with, everything after July or whatever, or everything before July, that kind of thing. It's debatable though whether or not that's really even needed. I mean, this is, well, let's be bluntly honest. These kind of applications don't really last that long, right? I mean, you figure at most for something that's really successful, like 5 years. But even then, I mean, that is an eternity. I mean, who knows if Dynamo would still be around for that long, right? So, what often happens in the real world, or places where I've been at, is people will spend an incredibly long time coming up with the perfect solution, and then an incredibly long time implementing the perfect solution. And of course, it's never the perfect solution. It doesn't actually work the way it's intended to work, and nobody wants to use it the way it's intended to work. And by the time it all comes together, it's time for a new tech stack. So the point being, don't overthink it. Just get it working, and if it becomes popular and catches on, then you can refine and rework it to make it better. Well, that, of course, is my approach to training. Although, admittedly, I'm starting from a very high starting point. But even I will admit that there are lines that can be trimmed and smoothed out in my awesomely developed musculature and physique. So we'll leave it as is. I think it's pretty good. It's acceptable. Is it optimal? No, but it'll work. So let's add in another one, but this time event month index is So we've got event month index. We'll do something for December. Event store key 0. Add field. Binary. Actually, I wonder if I can just duplicate that. I could probably duplicate it. All day. False. Description. String. Description. Another manual. Event description. And string END 2018 811. Let's go with the 5th. And 14000. Start should be before that. And string start 20181115. Let's go with 11000. And I believe we just now need the title, which is also a string. Title. Another manual event title. Okay, so that should be good. It's save. Alright, so now if we go back to here, run this again, we're still not going to get that other one. So you see, we still only have manual event title. But now let's change that to 11, and that should not return this one, but return the new event. And another manual event title. All right, so that is acceptable. Okay, so now we got that working. That's fine. So what's the so what is the next step? Well, we need to parameterize. So how this is going to work then is when the application comes up, it's going to make a REST call for the events for a specific month. So we need to parameterize this actual value. So EMI, let's see, how are we handling it here? Okay, so we'll need a var for the event month index. Did I hit enter or did I hit shift? Var event month index. By default, we're going to have that equal to -1, a negative value, which is good. Alright, and now we don't need these. Now we're going to do the parameter check. Alright, so we need the table name, that's good, and we need event, which is the event that triggered off this Lambda call, and I guess we're going to go ahead and call it the attribute event month index, because we only need the one for now. Response code is 200. It passes the check, and the event month index is going to equal that. Oh, we need to make sure that event month index is actually a valid value, and event month index is greater than or equal to 0, which means it's and event month index is less than or equal to 11. And because, yeah, January is month 1, December is month 12, but because we're looking at it as an array, January, the index for January is actually 0, and the index for December is 11. And so event month index equals that. We do not need the row sort key or the value type number. Okay, and so now we... Okay, so we don't need this, but instead of hard coding that, it becomes event month index. Okay, and we get rid of this. Alright, so that should be fine. Of course, if we test it, my guess is it's going to fail because we do not have the correct parameters. Test. Wait, did I miss something? Yeah, I bucked it. I bucked it up. Oh, bucked it up. I mucked it up. I think this should have been in there. Let's check my structure again real quick. Alright. There we go. This is a return response code. So right now this guy is returning 200 regardless. Okay. Alright. Return response code. Actually, I probably should have... This response code is 400. I really don't even need to return this, do I? A bit wasteful. Save. Test. Missing fields. That's fine. And now let's go ahead and let's add another one. Create test event. What are we going to call this? We're going to call this, we'll just call it November. November event month index, and what's the value? Well, what's the value for November? 10. So let's save, create. So we've got November. Let's see if it returns November. Query success, the month of November, that's fine. Configure test with, let's rename this one. Edit parameters, can I rename it? I can't rename it, I'll have to create a new one. Okay, well delete this. Delete that. Create a new test event, event templates parameters, missing, invalid, we'll call it invalid parameters, parameters. So if we put in 13, actually it says missing. Well, fine. There's a difference between something missing and something invalid, but whatever. Okay, let's test that. Missing fields. 400. Okay. Alright, so it looks like we have the Lambda working now. And we are about at the 30-minute mark, so we'll wrap it up for now. So the next step is going to be setting up the actual API gateway point. I'll have to modify the Lambda some more, I think. pretty certain in order to make sure it returns the values or it talks correctly. But yeah, so we'll wrap it up for now. Thank you for joining me. Cool kid words about liking, subscribing, commenting, suggesting. Hope you join me tomorrow as we continue the work. And until you join me, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the weekend, or whenever it is you've chosen to watch this, and that until we see each other, that you take care and God bless.